The Book of Tobit, found in the Apocrypha, is a powerful story of faith, suffering, and divine intervention. It follows the lives of Tobit, a righteous Israelite, his son Tobias, and the archangel Raphael. The narrative takes place during the Assyrian exile, offering lessons on piety, charity, and God's providence. Tobit's righteousness and trials. Tobit, from the tribe of Naphtali, was a devout Jew living in Nineveh after the Assyrian exile. Despite being in a foreign land, he remained faithful to God, following Jewish laws and performing acts of charity. He risked his life to bury the dead, an act forbidden by the Assyrian authorities. I, Tobit, walked in the ways of truth and righteousness all the days of my life. I performed many acts of charity for my brothers and countrymen who had gone with me into exile to Nineveh in the land of the Assyrians. Tobit 1:3. One day, after burying a fellow Israelite, Tobit returned home and slept near a courtyard wall. That night, bird droppings fell into his eyes, causing him to go blind. His blindness lasted for years, and in his suffering, he became dependent on his wife, Anna. I did not know that there were sparrows in the wall. Their fresh droppings fell into my eyes, causing white films, which led to my blindness. Tobit 2:10. When Anna received a young goat as payment for her work, Tobit, in his despair, accused her of theft. This led to an argument, and Tobit, feeling overwhelmed, prayed to God for death. It is better for me to die than to hear so much reproach. Tobit 3:6. Sarah's suffering and shared despair. Meanwhile, in Ecbatana of Media, a young woman named Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, was tormented by a demon named Asmodeus. She had been married 7 times, but each time Asmodeus killed her husband before they could consummate the marriage. For she had been married to 7 husbands, but the wicked demon Asmodeus kept killing them before they could be with her, as it is appointed for wives. Tobit 3:8. Humiliated by her maids, Sarah fell into despair and prayed to God for death, just as Tobit had. Why should I live any longer? But if it is not pleasing to you, O Lord, to take my life, look upon me with pity, and do not let me hear such reproach again. Tobit 3:15. At this moment, God heard the prayers of both Tobit and Sarah and sent the archangel Raphael to help them. Tobias's journey with Raphael. Tobit, recalling a sum of silver he had deposited with Gabael in Media, decided to send his son Tobias to retrieve it. He instructed Tobias on how to live a righteous life and gave him his blessing. Seek counsel from every wise man, and do not despise any useful advice. Tobit 4:18. Needing a guide for the journey, Tobias found a man named Azariah, who was actually the angel Raphael in disguise. I will go with you, my brother. Be of good courage. Tobit 5:10. During their journey, they stopped by the Tigris River, where a large fish attacked Tobias. At Raphael's instruction, Tobias caught the fish and removed its heart, liver, and gallbladder, which would later be used for healing and driving away demons. Take the fish's heart, liver, and gall, for these can be used as medicine. Tobit 6:6. Tobias and Sarah's marriage. Arriving in Media, Raphael led Tobias to the house of Raguel. Upon seeing Sarah, Tobias fell in love with her. However, knowing of her past misfortunes, he feared for his life. The demon Asmodeus does harm to no one except those who approach her. Tobit 6:14. Following Raphael's advice, Tobias burned the fish's heart and liver as incense in the bridal chamber. This drove away Asmodeus, whom Raphael then bound in the desert of Egypt. Then Tobias took the fish's liver and heart and placed them upon the embers of the incense. The odor of the fish repelled the demon, and he fled to the farthest parts of Egypt. Raphael chased after him and bound him there. Tobit 8:2-3. Tobias and Sarah prayed together before consummating their marriage, asking for God's blessing. We now call upon you, O Lord, to have mercy on us and to grant that we may grow old together. Tobit 8:7. The next morning, Raguel was astonished to find Tobias alive and gave him Sarah in marriage, along with half of his wealth. The return to Nineveh and Tobit's healing. Tobias retrieved his father's silver from Gabael and returned home with Sarah. Upon arrival, he used the fish's gall to heal Tobit's blindness. Then Tobias took the gall of the fish and applied it to his father's eyes, saying, "Take courage, father." Immediately, his eyes began to heal. Tobit 11:11-12. Tobit, overjoyed, praised God for his mercy. Blessed be God, and blessed be his great name, and blessed be all his holy angels. Tobit 11:14. Before dying, Tobit instructed Tobias to leave Nineveh as he foresaw its destruction.